Okay, Jai Jinendra, everyone, and welcome to the Digital Literacy Program, an initiative by the Jain Center of Southern California to meet the community's urgent literacy demand. Thank you for spending this Sunday afternoon, which is very precious for family time, and we request everyone to stay muted, and all the questions you all have, please send it on the chat. And right now, I would request our president, Dr. Jayeshbhai, to recite the Navkar Mantra and say some few words for us, please. Thank you. Jayeshbhai.
Jai Jinendra, everyone, and good afternoon. Namo Rihantanam.
I'm not seeing it already.
Namo Rihantanam. Namo Siddhanam. Namo Ayariyanam. Namo Uvachayanam. Namo Loye Savvasahunam. Eso Panchanamukkaro. Savva Pavak Panasano. Manglanancha Savvesing. Padmam Havai Mangalam. Jai Jinendra all, and good afternoon. I think I'll speak in English because we have young generation also. So it's very exciting to see this. In past we used to say East meets West. Here seniors meet the juniors. So that's a very exciting program. All our volunteers have put up together. So for that, I would want to thank. I think initiation was done by Pradeep Bhai. So main credit goes to you that you brought it up to Meena Ben, and then Samir Bhai, Narendra Bhai, Purvi Ben from JCYC and JCYC children, all of very warm-heartedly, they welcome this program, and they have all volunteered to join and help out. So first of all, thank you all, everyone, for volunteering for this program. Sunday afternoon, many people have many different plans, as Meena Ben said, but this is what everybody chose to do it, so that's very nice. Very exciting, and such a great interest from all. I see so many seniors who are interested to learn this technology and be more literate in digital technology. That would help them to be well versed with their technical knowledge. At the same time, they'll have more independence and they will enjoy their free time more efficiently. At the same time, I want to say this: our young Jains, they are willing to help, do seva and serve. By Nilesh Bhai, JCYC children, Krish is here. Savan, I think he's supposed to be here. I don't see him, but he should be here. Parshva and Narendra Bhai, by Samir, he has taken the lead to help us out. So all of you, I want to thank you very much. And we want to see this going, first of all, continue, get good success. And the side product or byproduct of this is we will have some bonding between our seniors and our young generation also. Kids would find Dada, Dadi here, and our seniors will find their grandkids. So that would be another positive aspect we'll see here. So everywhere we see positive results, and we will be doing very well. I want to thank again all of you, and I want to wish the best. And I don't want to say I wish the success to this program. I know this program would be very, very successful. So let's continue. I don't want to take up too much of time. Let's do what we are supposed to do here. So thank you again for giving me time to speak. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jayeshbhai. Thank you for your inspirational words. Thank you so much. And what started with Pradeep Bhai, it was a real plea for help to the community, and I took that opportunity. And first thing I thought about was the JCYC kids, and I emailed Purvi Ben, and she was kind enough to set up a Zoom meeting within a couple of days. Within 2 or 3 days, we were able to communicate, we brainstormed. And of course, this program was pondered through, why we were not successful last time, even though we as a community started almost 10, 11 years ago, when the Sarva Mangal Trust, gave us the iPads and gave us the teachers and everything, and why we were not able to continue. And we realized, there were a lot more companies, more devices and more equipment. And everything has become a little more advanced and more, and if we continuously don't keep up to it, we start losing it. And so we have come to conclusion that technology has to be an ongoing program, and so does Pachala. So I thought of that would be the great combination, but that itself is not enough. So we wanted the AV team to come forward to help us out, because we pretty soon will need tech team to help with the gadgets and all that. So Purviben was kind enough to collaborate with the JCYC project, which came up with the kids. We started with Pushpaben, was our first student. Thank you, Pushpaben. And she was matched with a tutor from JCYC. I'm sorry, I don't remember the name. Hinaben will let us know. And Hinaben is the JCYC coordinator for the volunteers. And she offered her help, and we were able to start off the pilot program to see how successful it was. And they were, JCYC did an enrollment of 12 years and over. So we got quite a bit of enthusiastic kids to help out. And as Jayeshbhai mentioned, it's a two-way street. And this time, we'll find mentors, the young people are going to be mentors. But with the same token, we'll find Ba, which is in our close proximity, Ba and Bapuji's, So it'll be really, really a mutual benefit. And I think Gujarati par badhanu paku thai jase a bane, So it is going to be a very, very beneficial program, and we are looking forward to it. And I wanted to let you know that Deepti Ben is the volunteer coordinator for the students at JCYC. So if you all have your kids 12 years and over, and if you all want to volunteer, please approach JCYC coordinator, Dr. Deepti Ben, who is a doctor by the day, but by evening and weekends, she is a JCYC mom. While as Hina Ben, she is an IT tech, which I just came to know today. She is an MBA. She worked with Union Bank for almost 13 years. And then what she does now is really life-touching. It's she does hospice care, and she does yoga, and lots of Zen elements, So I really respect her for what she's been doing and helping us out right now with the volunteer coordinator. She matches the right student with the right needs. So that is for our ongoing tech program, which the kids will be mentioning what it is. And then we have Nilesh Bhai, who is a software engineer who does AV team for a couple of years. He has joined, and he's very, very helpful with the IT, which we got installed at the JCSC recently, whatever upgrades and all that, what went into the thing. And oh, you can't hear me? Okay, sorry. And then Samir Bhai is our co-host also, who is a software engineer also. And he juggles also many hats. He's in business and he has a job, and he's a public relations officer for the EC. And I would like Samir Nilesh Bhai to start first with the iPad training, please. Thank you.
Sure. Jai Jinendra, everyone. Namaskar. Let's see. So we are going to try and do the basic iPad stuff. Samir Bhai has sent the agenda. We are going to try and cover basic iPad setup, accounts, emails, YouTube, Zoom. We'll do as much as we can. And I am going to try and speak both in English and Gujarati. But if I need to repeat anything, please let me know. Okay. All right. So the first thing, I am going to share my screen. And I'm actually going to share my iPad screen. Give me a second. Okay, all right. Now, the first thing first, as you can see, this is my daughter's iPad. So it has all the stuff kids would do. So thank you to her for letting me borrow her iPad to use for this training. Some basic information about iPad, which you may be familiar with. I am gonna try and see what you see at the bottom, the docking station. This is where basic information or the applications that you use can live, right? So that is the docking station. The other thing, if you pull from down, top down, this is the notification center. This is where any notifications show up. So any application sending notification, like Disney wants you to watch this season 1 of High School Musical, any application, or if you have screen time set up. So anything, if somebody tries to call you, somebody sends you a message, if you had missed seeing it, this is where you can go back and find it again. And you access it by pulling from top to bottom like this, okay? So this is the notification center. From the notification center, if you scroll right, swipe right, it takes you to camera, okay? You can go back. And if you swipe left, this is the widgets, okay? This is another part of iPad where you can keep, where it keeps widgets. So widgets are basically some snippets of information and that you can see. So you can see, for example, it shows what the next meeting is for my daughter. She has a Wednesday piano class. So that shows up. Applications that you use frequently shows up here. As you can see, Roblox is one of the favorite applications for my daughter. You can see the weather. You can use show more button here to show more, or press that again, show less. You can see stocks. You can see news. And if you see at the bottom, there is an edit button. You can press this edit button and it will pull up what are the widgets available that you can use. So for example, these are the widgets at the bottom, which shows up under more widgets that I can add. The widgets on the top are the widgets I currently have. Okay, so for example, if I want to add word of the day, I would press the plus button here and you can see the word of the day got added here. So if I press done here, go back to my widgets, you can see that I have word of the day now, right? Let me go back to edit. And you see these 3 lines here? That is what you can use to change the order in which the widgets show up. So you can, for example, press on this, right? I'm pressing those 3 lines right here. And I can just move it up. Okay. And when I press done button at the top, now go back and that widget is here. So this is the widgets area. The other thing you can do is search here. Okay, but we are gonna look at that later. I will show you that later. So coming back.
Nilesh, can you go a little slower, please?
Okay, I will try that. Okay, so let me go back to the home screen.
Nilesh, repeat couple of things like going right and left, and
Sure.
also point out that instead of doing it through the fingers, you are using a sort of like a mouse, right? So they can.
No, I'm actually using my fingers. I just enabled this so I can show where I'm pointing. I am not using a mouse. I'm actually using my fingers.
Okay, so now they can understand that that's really your finger.
It doesn't move on its own every time I touch, but I'm gonna try and remember to point out the specific buttons or areas where you can do things so that you can get the idea of where it might be. But yeah, so let me try one more time. This area at the bottom is the docking area. You can invoke most of the common applications from there. Typically, you would have the messages, right? These are the text messages, your browser, FaceTime to do video calls, contacts to pull up anybody's email or phone number, music, email, and then on the right side, you will find applications that you have opened last. Okay, so that is the docking area. When you move your finger from top to bottom on the side of the screen, like what you can see, you can't see my finger, but this dot is gonna show what I will do. If you pull that down, you can get the search, you can get the notification center if you pull all the way from top to bottom. And this is where you can get the notification. And if you see on the bottom, you will see the dot there, right? So you will see 1 dot, 2 dot, and a camera at the bottom right here. This basically tells you that you are on the second screen. You can go left with your finger swipe. You can go right with your finger swipe like that. So the left and right, okay, from the lock screen. This is the main screen that if I turn it off or lock it and bring back, this is the lock screen, right? This is the first thing you will see when you pull up an iPad. This is the lock screen. So you can swipe right for camera, swipe left for the widgets. So this is kind of like at a glance thing. If you want to look at some stuff, when's my next appointment, word of the day, what's the weather like, some basic information. Okay. So this.
Everybody, please, can you keep yourself muted? Thank you so much.
Okay, so this is the basic screens of iPad. The lock screen, the widgets, the camera, left to right, okay? And at top to bottom, you will get the notification, okay? Oops, sorry. And you have a home button or Face ID. You can press that to unlock. And you have to put the passcode to get inside. Okay, let me pause here and see if just the basics, is okay. And I can repeat Gujarati માં repeat કરવું હોય તો ગુજરાતી માં repeat કરી શકું છું. Okay, all right, we can continue.
There may be people who want to listen in Gujarati.
Okay, so let me try again. Okay, lock screen હોય ને, જ્યારે iPad lock હોય ને, when you open it up, જ્યારે open કરો ને iPad ને, તો સૌથી પહેલા lock screen આવે. તો this is where you will, આ દેખાય lock screen માં. અને lock screen માં તમે છે ને swipe કરી શકો finger થી. તો તમે જો right swipe કરશો ને, તો camera આવશે picture લેવા માટે. તમે left swipe કરશો, તો આ widgets આવશે. અને એમાં છે ને તમને બધું information, જે basic information હોય ને, calendar છે, weather છે, music ચાલુ હોય ને, તો આમાં music પણ add કરાય. તમારે music સાંભળવું હોય ને, તો you can add music to this. અને stocks છે, news છે, તમારે just at a glance જોવું હોય ને શું છે બધું, તો એ આ widget screen પરથી દેખાય. એને widget screen માં છે ને નીચે edit button છે, એ દબાવીને તમે ચેન્જ કરી શકો. widget screen પર કયા શું વસ્તુ દેખાય ને એ તમે ચેન્જ કરી શકો. ફોટોસ નાખી શકાય, એ બધું. ઓકે, અને ઉપરથી આ જે છે ને, આમાં ઉપર એકદમ iPad ની ઉપરની સ્ક્રીન છે ને, એમાંથી કરીએ ને તો નોટિફિકેશન્સ આવશે. તમે ઉપરથી કરો ને આવી રીતે, તો નોટિફિકેશન સેન્ટર આવશે. એમાં પહેલાના મેસેજ હોય ને એ દેખાય. ઓકે ઓકે, આ નોટિફિકેશન્સ આવે ને, તો આજે પહેલાના નોટિફિકેશન્સ છે, તો નોટિફિકેશન્સ ફ્રોમ બિફોર, યુ કેન સી દેર ઇઝ એન એક્સ. ઉપર છે ને એક્સ છે, જો આ, લેટ મી સી ઇફ આઈ કેન પોઈન્ટ ટુ ઇટ. આ જે એક્સ છે ને અહીંયા આગળ, એકવાર નોટિફિકેશન્સ વંચાઈ ગયા હોય ને, then you can delete them, remove them. કાઢી નાખવાના પછી ન જોઈતા હોય ને તો you can remove it so that they don't clutter up the screen. તો આ જે X છે ને એ તમે X ને પ્રેસ કરશો ને તો જતું રહેશે. અથવા બીજી રીતે કરાય, આ જે છે ને તમે આ એક નોટિફિકેશન પર મેં પ્રેસ કર્યું છે એને તો પ્રેસ કરીશ ને તો પાછું X દેખાશે. એટલે મારે જો બધા ન કાઢવા હોય ને ખાલી આ જ કાઢવું હોય ને તો I can press on it અને X દબાવીને કાઢી નાખાય. Okay.
Nirajbhai,
હા.
may I make a request of you?
Sure.
Maybe go even to a higher level and
Okay.
describe the power of iPad and the major things that we can do with it.
Okay. Sure.
And then we get into the major applications that people can put to work pretty soon.
Sure.
Go ahead.
So iPad is like a mini computer, right? The difference is a computer, you use a keyboard and a mouse and a screen. Jare iPad ma, everything is all together and you don't have a keyboard or a mouse like a physical keyboard and a mouse. You use the keyboard that is a software keyboard. એટલે software keyboard એટલે when you have to type something, નીચે screen ઉપર keyboard આવે, the keyboard comes up and you type it, એવી રીતે. જ્યારે mouse, there is no mouse, so you use your fingers as a mouse. So you can touch anything, press it, and it will open up, right? So that's how you can use your iPad as a computer. Now, just like any computer, right? What are the things you can do with it? Most common things you can do is you can browse. So there is a browser. આ જે browser છે iPad માં, Safari browser. You can open that up and you can go to a website, right? Let's say jaincenter.org. So I press in this title bar and the keyboard comes up and I can start typing jaincenter.org and I can say go and it will open up the website jaincenter.org. પછી મારે જો live darshan જોવું હોય, if I want to see live darshan, I can just press on it and it will show me live darshan. Okay. Just like that, any website, તમારે news ની website જોવી હોય, so you can open up cnn.com and it will open up the website to watch the news. So using the browser, તમે websites ને access કરી શકો. You can read stuff, you can visit the websites, and there are many websites that you probably use. So I am not going to go into too much details there. The other thing you can do typically are applications. My applications installed high, and you can install the applications and use those applications. So for example, you can use the applications like news, right? You can see the news application. Give me a second, there is some delay here. There we go. Right, so I can click on the news application and I can read the news. There is some delay. Okay, so this is one of the applications you can use. Now, the other important things that you do is you can read emails, right? So there is an application at the bottom. Oops. Right there at the bottom. Give me 1 second. It's catching up. Right there. Okay. The icon that looks like an envelope, a email che, and you can read email by clicking on it. Okay, so you can read the email. Okay. Now the other common thing that people do is messaging. Text message karvu hoy to. So you click on the messages. Okay. The messages is the icon at the bottom that looks like a bubble, a text bubble, a green bubble. No tu? I will show you once we get out of here. But this is a message where again you can type and send it out. Oops.
I think I'll request everybody not to send so many chat messages. It blocks the view. Only critical messages.
Okay. The other thing you can do is contacts. The contacts. So let me show you first the messages where the messages were at the bottom. Okay. And the contacts are here. Okay. Now, everybody's iPad is different or could be set up different. બધાના iPadમાં settings છે ને ઘણીવાર અલગ હોય છે. તો I want to show you a trick કે ઘણીવાર છે ને ક્યાં હોય ને applications if you don't know, if you cannot find it. So the best thing that I like to do is just pull when you are in the iPad, just pull આવી રીતે સ્ક્રીનમાં up to down with your finger. You will see the like that. Just pull it down. जो દેખાશે like that, and it will pull up a search box. This is one of the easiest way when you have too many applications, you don't know how to find things, you don't know what the icon looks like, any of that, you can just pull up this search and you can type, for example, contacts, right? And you will see the contacts will come up. Okay, and likewise, if I want to open up messages, I can type messages. Okay, and you can find the messages. Okay, so contacts, I am going to go back to contacts. Oops. And I will click on it to open it. Now this is where you can look up people's email addresses and phone number, and you can message them. You can FaceTime with just the audio. You can do FaceTime with video, or you can send them email.
Nilesh, these contacts are from where? From the cloud, Apple Cloud?
Right. So these are the way it works is contacts are locally stored in your application on this iPad. But if you have iCloud set up, which is what I was going to start with, so I will take you to settings and show you what happens is typically with using an iPad requires that you set up iCloud account. When you have iCloud account set up, એકવાર iCloud account set કર્યું હોય અને iPad માં set કર્યું હોય ને, I will show you how to do that. હું બતાવું છું તમને. પછી contacts, messages, emails, everything gets backed up so that they are synchronized between all your iOS devices. So if you have an iPad, an iPhone, same contacts will show up on both the sides. You add a contact on, let's say, iPhone. તમે આઈફોનમાં કોન્ટેક્ટ એડ કરો ને તો આમાં ઓટોમેટિકલી આવી જાય because both the iPad and iPhone are getting synchronized using iCloud. The other thing it does is આમાં જે main applications છે ને, આ Appleની applications like messages, contacts, everything gets backed up in the cloud. Cloudમાં છે ને એનું backup થઈ જાય. So તમે આ સમજો કે iPad ચોરાઈ ગયું, ગુમ થઈ ગયું, it stops working, you got a new iPad and you set up iCloud on that one. Normally it will pull up everything into the new iPad. તમારા contacts, messages, everything. તો એનું પણ એક setting છે, હું તમને બતાવું છું. So the contacts are starting in one device, but they get synchronized in all your iOS devices. જેમાં તમે iCloud setup કર્યું હોય ને, it gets synced up like that.
Any way to synchronize with Google?
Google નું બતાવું તમને. There is a way to do that, but not without doing anything special.
Right. We don't need to show now. I just wanted to point out that many of us don't use iPhone. If they are using
Android devices.
Android phone, then those contacts don't show up here, right?
They will show up. I will show you how that works. Okay, so let me take you back to, before I go, leave contacts application. Let me show you basic કે કોઈનો contact કેવી રીતે add કરવાનો. How do you add a new contact? So you see there is a plus on top. You press that to add a new contact. Okay. And then you can add. Okay. And then you can add email by pressing on, see these buttons here, the plus signs. That's where you can click. Plus add email per click करशो ने, so you can add an email. Plus add phone per click करो ने, so you can add a phone number. There are many things you can add. તમે કોઈનો address નાખી શકો, birthday નાખી શકો. This is very useful, the birthday one, because automatically it will remind you. તમે કોઈનો birthday નાખશો ને આમાં, તો it will automatically remind you કે કોઈનો birthday છે. And it's not just birthday, you can add anniversary date or any other date જે તમારે યાદ રાખવી હોય એ person માટે, you can add them. The other thing you can do is આ જે છે ને related name, plus add related name. You can also add somebody's related name like mother, father, spouse, children. You can add those contacts. You can link them to say that હું આજે contact add કરું છું, એમના mother કોણ છે કે એમના father કોણ છે. You can add related names like that. Okay. Contacts માં question basic. Edit કરવું હોય, એકવાર contact add કરી દીધું. If you have added a contact, and then if you want to edit it, you press the edit button on the top right.
This way.
I
have a feeling we will need some specialized classes for each application later on.
Okay.
So today's goal would be to cover them all at high level.
Okay.
And Zoom in particular at more depth.
Okay.
What's introduction to WhatsApp, introduction to all these things, very useful. And we realize we will not cover all the details. But we
Okay.
also have the one-on-one consulting and maybe additional classes like this. So stay at the higher level if you can.
Okay. All right.
I have
So-
one question. How can you send contact to somebody else if you need to send somebody a phone number?
Okay, very quickly I will show. Unfortunately, this is going slow, so I am going to try. And when the contact application opens up, it will show up in a minute. Okay, so right, see this contact of Amani. On the right, there is a share contact link. So you can pull somebody up in the contact, press the share contact button, and then you have a choice to send it via email or message or airdrop.
Thank you.
Okay. As Pradeep Bhai said, each application will take a lot of time. So I'm going to try and rush through this now.
And we're open to more classes on each application down the road.
Yeah.
Also
absolutely.
one-on-one. So today, if they get a nice big picture and a lot of detail on Zoom, that they can start using it.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, so we are in the settings, which again, you can just press on the button that looks like this. 1 second, it's coming up. Right, that settings right there. Okay. Basic setup, Wi-Fi. You press on the Wi-Fi link on the left, it pulls up the Wi-Fi. Green means Wi-Fi is turned on, and all the Wi-Fi networks that you can connect to are showing up on the right. Okay. And that way you can pick a Wi-Fi network to connect to. So any network that you have previously connected, તમે જે પહેલા કનેક્ટ કર્યું હશે ને એ નિમિત્તે ઓટોમેટિકલી કનેક્ટ કરશે. તમારે ઘડી ઘડી ન કરવું પડે. એકવાર એ તમે કનેક્ટ કરો ને પાસવર્ડ આપીને, if you have given a password, it will save it and you don't have to keep doing it again and again. But if it is a new network, like I'm going to pick one from here and it doesn't know the password, it will ask you for a password. So here's an example. Example ma, I'm going to click on the Lee network and it will ask me for a password. And normally tamne password khabar hoy, so you can enter the password and it will connect to the Wi-Fi. One quick trick I will tell you. If you don't know the password, jo password khabar no hoy, somebody else can enter this password for you. Somebody can enter this password for you. Samjho ke atyara this iPad belongs to my daughter, Trisha Shah. Trisha Shah is in my contacts, mara contact ma che. So if this iPad where I have to connect to the Lee network, if I have my iPhone, which is connected to the same Wi-Fi network already, then it will open up on my iPhone a message to share the password so that I can basically just share the password from my iPhone to this iPad without actually anybody typing in the password. So that is very useful. Okay, just a trick there. Okay, so this is how you connect to the Wi-Fi. The next thing is Bluetooth. This is where jo tamare Bluetooth headphone hoy, and if you want to listen to it on your headphones, then you connect to the Bluetooth to connect a headphone. Very basic, હું તમને બતાવી દઉં. This is a Bluetooth headphone, wires nathi, no wires there. Okay, you have to pair, you have to connect the Bluetooth headphone one time, ek vakat, to the iPad. And once you do that, then you can basically select it from this list here. My devices લખ્યું છે ને, a list mathi, and you can connect to it. A simple pairing is required. So let me give you a very quick example. આ હેડફોનમાં દરેક હેડફોનમાં અલગ અલગ હોય, પણ આ હેડફોનમાં there is a button. Okay, અહીંયા આગળ on off button છે. એ on off button on કરી અને generally આવું Bluetooth button હશે એક. Let me see if I can bring it closer. આવી જે Bluetooth નું બટન હોય ને એ પ્રેસ કરો ને, if you press that button and it goes into pairing mode, generally a light blink થાય ને, that means it's doing pairing. And you can see that device showed up in my Bluetooth અહીંયા આગળ. Puro BT2200 લખ્યું છે ને, that new device showed up. I can press on it to pair the device, and now it is paired to that device, and I can listen to music on it on my headphone. Okay, so this is basic setup for Bluetooth. One second, the screen share went away. Okay, so that is basic Bluetooth. The most important thing when you set up an iPad, ઉપર જે છે ને, આ જે મારી daughter નું નામ છે ત્રિષા શાહ, અને you can see એનું iCloud નું account છે. Her iCloud account is here. So that's what you can do. And this is where you set up the iCloud account. If you go into iCloud, this is where you can decide. અહીંયા તમે decide કરી શકો કે કઈ application will use iCloud backup and synchronization માટે. તો mail છે, contacts છે, calendars છે, reminders, notes, messages. You can back up everything, and it will basically back it up into iCloud. And if you have a new device, iPhone ke iPad, it will bring everything back into that device. Okay, so this is the very basic setup. One thing that you want to remember, Hama, as a find my iPad છે ને at the bottom, અહીંયા આગળ, you use that, turn that on, and you also select send my last location. What this does is iPad misplaced થઈ ગયું ક્યાંય. If it is misplaced somewhere, you left it somewhere, somebody stole it, you can find out where it is, location, you know. Okay. And the other thing it does is, as a send last location છે ને, it will remember the last time this iPad was connected to the internet and kaya location par hato. Okay, so what happens sometimes, let's say the iPad is stolen somewhere, you went to a mall, it was stolen somewhere, let's say, I'm making this up, and it was connected to public Wi-Fi network in the mall. It will remember the last time where it was when it was connected to internet. So this is very helpful, especially for gadgets, iPhone, Apple Watch, iPad, all of it. You can track if somebody steals it and they connect it to internet, you will know. There is a way to, I will cover it in detail some other time, of how you can get notified if your device is stolen. It will send you notification when it connects to internet. Okay, we can cover that later. But that is an important. Yeah.
Can you teach them how to download the Zoom app?
Okay, so let me go quickly. The application that you want to download, you download them from something called App Store. Okay, so you type App Store in the search. Okay, or you can see it looks like this, the App Store. Okay, so it looks like an A. You click on that and it opens up this App Store. So you can download stuff like Facebook, right? You can install Facebook. You can press the X again here. And so it will ask for your iCloud password to do that. Okay, I will not do that right now. But you can download YouTube to watch videos, same thing. You can download Zoom. Okay. Again, let me try going a little bit slow again. App Store hoy, you should see there is a search window on the top. અહીંયા App Store લખ્યું છે ને, that search window. You just tap on it. Okay. Keyboard will open up. Keyboard open thase. And પછી type કરવાનું. Zoom છે કે YouTube, Facebook, all of that you can install. Okay. So Zoom. And you find Zoom. And you click on this button. If it was previously installed and then removed, you will get this icon, which means download it back again from the cloud. So install if you had not installed it, then you will get a button called get. Okay. So either way, you can press one of those buttons and it will download the app for you.
People should remember that shape of their icon, so they don't pick up the wrong one. It looks
Right,
like
so-
that, and the Zoom cloud meeting is the one you want.
Correct. So for Zoom, you want the Zoom cloud meeting. Once it downloads, you can see it's downloading. You can press the open button and it will open up the application from there at the same time as you installed. Okay. But let's say screen jati rahi App Store ni, no problem. It will be on your home screen, or again, you can pull the screen down and type Zoom and it will find Zoom application. Okay. And Samir, we are going to cover join meeting and all Zoom specific little bit later, right? Let me know when I need to stop. So I can.
think, yeah, I think this is it.
About now. Yeah.
Yeah, I can take it from here after
Okay.
announcement. Yeah.
One quick thing.
Just take a second on the WhatsApp app.
Right. So let me
Sure.
quickly show. There is no WhatsApp app on iPad unless your iPad is a cellular device. iPad ma jo cellular connection ase ne, then you can install WhatsApp. But otherwise, what you do is you open up the browser. Okay. Just open whatsapp.com. Go to the website whatsapp.com. Go. And the first thing you will notice on the website is this thing called WhatsApp Web. Okay. You press on that. Okay. I am not sure what screen you are looking at. Are you seeing my
We are looking at
phone?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Maybe we can
Okay.
just describe the process.
yeah, so basically on the iPad, hold on, let me make sure I can first show my iPad. When I press that button, which button press kari to in the WhatsApp web, it basically opens up this barcode che. So what you do then, once you have this barcode, then on your phone, jema WhatsApp che, you quickly, let me see if it will switch quickly to the phone. And you can open up WhatsApp, go to the settings, and upper WhatsApp web desktop location, and you go there. And you can say scan QR code. And then if you point it, the camera phone to your iPad, it will open up. It will open up in that. Okay. It will open up in your iPad. So this is my iPad. iPad ma, it opens up the web WhatsApp. Same thing તમે type કરી શકો. Okay, just like any application. Okay, all right.
So
That's
let's
WhatsApp.
get back to Minaban for a second. See what the program is.
Yeah. Thank you, Nilesh Bhai. Thank you for all your help. Thank you. And wanted to inform everyone that this session is being recorded. So we'll have it on the JCSC's website. So you can rewind and look at it again. And if you, with the same token, we're going to have a program, which is one-on-one tutoring program, which is with the JCYC kids. And I would request the JCYC kids to explain about their program, what they had done and all that. The kids 12 and over can enroll in that program, and they have to go through their JCYC mom, which is Dipti Ben, to enroll in that program. They further going, they'll get volunteer hours, but at the moment, it is up to their discretion when they'll start the volunteer hours. And this is the platform to get a mutual benefit for both the generations. So this is, and I would like the kids to explain. Before the kids, I would request Hina Ben to explain that, and then the kids will come forward. Hina Ben? She's the volunteer coordinator for the JCYC kids.
So basically, like Minaben explained, we are offering personalized one-on-one technology sessions where we have designed a form where a senior student would fill out the form and let us know what their specific questions are. And then we pair that student with one of the young Pathshala students, the 12 or 13-year-old. So that person would be the teacher, and they will customize the Zoom session for that senior's specific questions. It is designed to be about 45 minutes to an hour. And we had a pilot program. It went really successfully. Everybody was very appreciative. And somebody like me acts as a moderator to communicate if there is any communication disconnect between the young teacher and the senior student. Minaben, I hope that helps.
Yeah, and also I wanted to request the seniors not to cancel the appointments, because the kids are making really special time because they have a lot of homework also, and they save this time for you guys. So in case if there is something unavoidable, I would request that you let the coordinator know right away so they can make alternate arrangements, because they have a long list of people who are waiting in line to get the next session. So I would request that to be really vigilant about that. Thank you. And do the kids have anything to say about it, Hina Ben?
Chris was here. Chris, can you say something?
Krish and Rahul both are there.
I think
Rahul Shah just posted in the group chat a form that we have designed that the senior would fill out. Minaben, do I have a minute to share that form, or this is not a good time?
No, please share it. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, I'm going to share my screen. This is intended to only take a minute. So basically for the seniors, this is your sign up form that I have designed. You would select this box. You would say select the box that applies to you, student, and then you would click on next. And all it is going to ask you is your first name, your last name, email address, if you have one, your cell phone number, and the topic. The general topic would be something like, I need help with Zoom, or I need help with iPad, something like that. And then list specific questions. When you list specific questions, it helps us ensure that we answer all of your questions in the one Zoom session. And then basically, we offer you a couple of choices with times. We will give you more selection and more time slots to sign up. But right now you have a Monday 3 to 4 and a Monday 4 to 5. And then basically you would select that and you would hit the submit button. And then I will get a notification that there is a request in from a senior.
Thank you, Hina-bin. Thank you.
Mhm.
And now, is Chris and Rahul available? Or
Senior can have as many appointments as they want, one after the other, until they're satisfied. So it's not just one appointment. Take liberal advantage of it.
So now
Okay. Meena,
yes.
all three, Chris, Rahul, and Parsh, have joined. I can see them. I have sent them an unmute request. I think Chris is unmuted. You can speak if there is any specific questions for them. Or you, Chris,
Okay.
yeah, anyone want to say anything?
Maybe Dipti-ben from JCYC. Dipti-ben, do you want to say anything?
You'll need to send a request to her to unmute. Okay.
So I wanted to ask the kids if I had a question for the kids. Are they?
And one second, right now everybody can unmute themselves if they need to speak.
Yeah, and now I could unmute.
Go ahead.
Like, Jai Chinendra, everybody. Actually, this is very nice setup and program. Our Pathshala children are happy to help our senior members and become more and more comfortable using this technology. That is the goal. We already have one of our session in place. And actually, Hina-ben Dhami is leading the effort, thereby scheduling the one-on-one session as the request comes up. In this session have been kind of about helping with the devices, and also everybody knows with the Zoom and YouTube and saving files and folders and everything. So as for Pathshala children, this is coming naturally. It's like they know all this form and they are born with it. The Pathshala children will organize training session also as the need comes up. And for the JCYC committee as a group sessions, like, in future, we are definitely kind of organizing programs too. So hope you all take the advantage of this help that the kids are putting the effort.
Can we bring them on the screen so we can see them right now? Rahul, Chris, you can just spotlight them.
Okay, I'm doing that.
Okay.
Parshva.
And then we have about a half hour. Oh, that's Rahul. I know him. Hi, Rahul. Smile, my friend.
There, I can unmute now. Yeah, hello.
Then there's Parshva. Okay, that is Parshva. And there's one more, no, Chris?
Okay. Thank you for your volunteering. Thank you so much and helping to raise this program.
Yeah. Remember, the future of our seniors is in your hands. How much you can help them so they can enjoy life, enjoy swadhyas, enjoy pujas. Because without our help, and particularly your help, they cannot use what is available today. So you are now in charge. We pass the baton to you. You guys have to grab it and run.
You all have the responsibility now.
Yes. So now we have about a half hour left. Why don't we spend that on Zoom?
Right.
Samir is going to take the lead on Zoom. And if one of you can help Samir, your help is most welcome. 4 of you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So Samir, you can call them as you need them.
Sure, I will.
Miraben, should we proceed with Zoom?
Yes, I just wanted to let you all know that there is one more little advanced just a presentation which is going to be done by Avnisha. Just wanted to let you all know. I know we are running a little late.
That may not be today, Miraben.
Yeah, it not be today, but we want to introduce Avni to us then. So just
Yes,
wanted
yeah,
to
bring
let
her
you
into the screen so people can see her.
Right. So, but we can start with Samir right now. So
Sure.
I can see, yeah.
Okay, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So Nilesh showed us how to download the Zoom app. So once the Zoom app is downloaded, you can just click on it and open it in your iPad, iPhone, your desktop, Mac, whatever you're using. Once you open it, your screen will look like this, except the time and date will be different here, but it looks like this, the Zoom app. Now, first thing you want to do is you want to check the default settings and change it to see how you can select the right microphone, your video setting, etc. So all the settings for Zoom is right here. You see the little circle on your, on your top right corner. Once you click on that, you will see a next screen, which will look like this. Once you are on this screen, we're going to go to the audio setting first. Once you click on the audio setting, you will have a drop down under speakers. So all the speakers that your system may have, you can see here. I'm using a microphone right now, a headset, a Logitech headset USB. So I have highlighted that right now so that I can hear and I can talk using my headset when I'm using Zoom. So same thing. Second thing you want to do is click on the microphone, which is right here. You see my cursor? Microphone, and you have same drop down to select the correct microphone that you will be using for the Zoom. Once you are done, you can move to some other settings. And this is the option that I showed. Now you can go to the video. Now, when you click on the video, there is a similar setting that we saw in audio. There is a drop down here where the arrow is. You can select the right camera that your system has and the one that you want to use for your Zoom session. So you click on the drop down and you select the right camera. There are some other settings on the below, my video. So what I usually do is I mirror my video. I check that. Because when you are in front of a video camera, what it does is right now the window is on my left. You see window. If I don't click the mirror my video will be shown the other way. So the window will be here on my right. So I want to make sure that I click on the mirror video, but it's optional. You don't have to. Other settings I can do is quickly here again. There is a box that is available that says turn off my video when joining meeting. So if you don't wish to keep your video on, your camera on, you can check this box. And then you click OK, and then you could go to another meeting. Another setting. So now you're back to the home screen of the Zoom app. Now, if you want to join a meeting, you can do that in two ways. The first way you can do is by clicking on join. Once you click on the join, you will see this screen right here. You see, it says join meeting. Now you have to enter meeting ID that is provided in the email, like on your left-hand side, on the left bottom corner, you see meeting ID right here. And there's also password. This is shared with you via WhatsApp, email, or text message, however you got that invite. So you look at the invite, you get the meeting ID. You put that meeting ID right here in the top box.
So before you go further,
sure,
they can replace the name.
Correct.
That's a big problem right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Show them how to do that.
Yeah. I think that's the next screen, so we'll go over that.
Okay. So
you put your meeting ID, and you can also, right here, it says JCSC Public Relations Office. So that's the account that I'm assigned to right now, and I'm using. But you can go here in this box where it says JCSC Public Relations Office. You can click on it, you can delete, and you can write your own name, however you want to display your name. And then there are other two boxes available here. Do not connect to audio and turn off my video again. So you have another chance if you want to turn off your video here before you join the meeting, you can do so. Once you put your name, your meeting ID, you click on join. Once you click on join, you will join the meeting. There's another way of joining the meeting is if your meeting invite, if it has a link like this, you can just click on it and that will take you to the meeting directly. Now, there's a lot of questions that we get all the time about being able to change the virtual background, meaning how you want your background to look. If you want to change that, this is the setting for that. So what you do is, again, you go to the settings from the Zoom apps home screen, you click here, and that will take you to this screen, That will take you to this screen where you click on virtual background button. Once you click on the virtual background button, the app will give you option to choose one of the default virtual backgrounds that are available these come with Zoom. They're pre-configured already. So you can choose, for example, here you see Golden Gate Bridge. You can pick that one or any of these. And you also have a choice, an option to click on this plus sign right here you see on the top of this images. Once you click on that, it will allow you to browse your local computer or iPad where you can select an image. And once you click it, it will show up here on the screen and you can start using it. So any questions you have about this, you can type your question in the Zoom chat right now about virtual background. I'm going to go to the next topic. The next topic is how you can raise your hand to ask a question. So this is your Zoom screen. Once you're logged into a Zoom meeting, this is the screen you see usually when somebody's not sharing their screen. This is the default screen. You may see people's face or picture or whatever. But first thing you want to do is you want to click on participants on the bottom. Once you click on the participant list, you will see on your right side, you will see all the participants.
Samir?
Yes.
May I ask you one question? Is the background in the iPad or general background?
This is general background.
Okay. If possible, we like to take him through the Zoom controls on iPad.
Okay.
somewhere along the line. Either you or Narendra Bhai may know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure, I will. Absolutely. So once you open the participants screen right here on your right, you will see a raise hand option. So you click on that, and that will allow you to raise your hand. If you want to lower your hand, you will follow the same steps. Instead of raise hand, here it will now say lower my hand. So you click on that, and that will allow you to lower your hand. If you're using iPhone or iPad, that could be a different device that you might be using. So this screen is, it shows there's a little bit a different menu, like Pradeep Uncle just mentioned, when you want to raise hand. So, but you still go to the participant list and you click on raise hand, and same place you will be able to lower your hand as well. Any questions, please feel free to ask in the chat.
And while Samir, when you had that previous screen, if you had joined Zoom meeting directly from the link, you did not have an option to change your name. So this is the same place in the participants where you go and rename yourself. So if you joined the link using a link, then you have to select yourself in the participant, and there is a menu to rename.
That is correct.
Yeah, great point, Nilesh. Thanks.
Samir, also not raising and lowering hand always doesn't show up on participants. On my iPad, it shows up on the 3 dots next to the participant list.
Right here. Okay.
On the top right-hand corner. Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
Yes. So depending on the iOS version, each one is running, it may look a little bit different.
Good point. Yep. There's some questions coming. Should we take that, Hinaben?
Samir Bhai, I don't see any questions right now.
Okay, so we can move forward.
Is anybody amongst us can show the iPad controls for Zoom?
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, Nilesh, go ahead. Yeah, Nilesh.
Let me share my screen. And I am going to share my iPad. Okay, so this is we just downloaded the Zoom application, right? So if I click on it, nothing, right? Nothing is set up. The settings that Samir showed is right there on the left here.
Okay.
I can do this.
Icon.
Yeah, that's how it is on iPad. They really could have made it better, but that's what it is. So this is where some of the options are. General. So there are less options in the iPad, so just remember that. Let me just join this meeting on the iPad so I can show you some of the things. Come on. Sorry, it's loading.
No worries.
So while you're loading, I just want to make one comment. As you open like participant list and things like that, Zoom tends to dump more and more under more icon. So what might be a separate icon when you first go in, make it moved into more. So always look into more if you don't find what you need.
So if you are watching my screen, you saw that I went into email, pressed the button that says join event now. It opened it in the browser window where I had to press launch meeting again button. And when I press that, it's asking me if I want to open this in the Zoom application, which is what I want to do. So I will press open. Oops, let me stop. And this is, so it's asking me what is my name, right? So I can quickly type Nilesh iPad, continue. Okay, I want to join without camera because it will get messed up. I'm not gonna join audio from iPad. Okay. I think it's getting messed up because I'm sharing my iPad screen on Zoom and I'm trying to join the same Zoom session. Let's see. Okay, but you can see on the screen the option about participants, right? You can see the 3 dots that Naren Uncle was talking about next to the participant, where I can see these options: raise hand, chat, meeting settings, minimize. There is one setting that I want to show you, which requires a little bit work, but otherwise basic settings like join audio, start or stop video, I can control from here. The only thing I want to show you is if you want to share your iPad screen on Zoom, there is a different setup. Okay, so for that, I am going to go back to the settings. And in my case, the setting is here. I'm going to press the setting. There is a menu called Control Center. I have to press that. There is a menu called Customize Control. I click on that. This is only required one time. After you have done this one time, you won't need to do all of this. This is only one time. In the Customize Control Center, there is an option called Screen Recording. Okay. I have to add that option into my control center one time. Okay. Once I add screen recording, it doesn't matter which position it is in. One screen recording is required in the control center.
Excuse me, Nilesh bhai, I think we are running a little late. So
Okay.
Is it okay to take the questions?
Sure.
No, one more thing. We need to show them how to select the views. That's a big question all the time. Speaker.
Okay, so for that, I will pass it back to Samir bhai.
Yeah, okay, Samir can do that.
I will have to share my Zoom screen maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one? You need to know that there are several views.
Yeah. Which do you guys see? Which screen do you guys see right now?
In your Word document, Samir bhai.
Okay, got it. So I think Nilesh has to do that because I'm not gonna be able to because I only have one device. I'm not gonna be able to show that. So go ahead, Nilesh, if you don't mind.
Sure. Can you see my desktop?
Yeah.
Okay, I am going to show you Zoom. Let's see if I can.
Might be a little bit longer.
Okay, 1 second. Let me see if I can. It's a little bit tricky showing the Zoom window.
Just teach them in the laptop and then they'll find it in iPad if that's the only option we have. Because here you will be able to see all the controls in laptop. So explain the laptop.
Yeah, that's what we are looking at. We are looking at laptop only.
Yeah, so explain all the controls and the view.
Right, no, the challenge is I'm trying to find if I can show. It's showing this, but I don't think it's.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. You can't really share the Zoom itself, so you can't show. But on the top, if everybody look at your Zoom screen on the top, there is a icon called View. where you see all the everybody's participants video window. Right next to it on the right side, you see view. You click on the view. Here you will have to choose either speaker view or gallery view.
Are you able to see? Yeah, I don't think.
No, go to the regular Zoom screen.
I know it's not.
Yeah.
That's the challenge with Zoom. It doesn't let you share the Zoom control.
Yeah, unless you have two devices, you can. Are you able to share your iPad screen, Nilesh?
Yeah, let me do that. Let me see if I can.
That's the only way
that.
we can. That will be the only way to maybe,
Okay.
but not if you are on this Zoom meeting though. No, it's a challenge. I think you can't.
Okay, so let me try.
Samir bhai, is it okay if I ask a question while
Yes.
Nilesh looking into it? Okay.
Yes, of course.
A question from Hasmita Ben. She wants to know that can you store the link for recurring Swadhyay within Zoom with the meeting ID and the password, so that every time she doesn't need to enter the meeting ID and the password?
I think once you log in to a meeting, usually it allows you to, it caches it.
Can I
if you
answer
use,
that question?
yeah, go ahead.
Zoom will only remember the last one, but in the WhatsApp under your own name, you can save anything you want. So Swadhyay, we're not even changing the links all the time, but you can save it there like under your own name and just click on it.
Can I answer? Can I jump in?
Yeah.
On your iPad, when you click on the plus sign to join a meeting, the next screen where you can change your name, if you go to the top where it shows the meeting ID, there is a little drop down arrow. If you click on that, all the sessions that you have joined previously, their meeting IDs will show up. And you can select the one that you want to join, then it automatically pops up on the top window, but it does not show your password. You still, when you join that meeting, it'll ask for the password. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
But in the WhatsApp, you can save the entire link.
No. Yeah, but I'm just talking about right here on an iPad.
Yeah.
When you are trying to join a meeting,
yes,
you can go directly and not have to remember meeting ID because it will have the description of each of that session.
Yeah. I normally advise people just to make their own little cheat sheet.
Okay, this is the, are you able to see using my iPad?
Yeah.
I'm trying to share my laptop screen.
Yeah.
On the top right, there is a icon or button called view. When you press on it, you have the speaker view. This is basically whoever is speaking, it will show you that view, right? If you change it to gallery view, it's gonna show everybody who has the camera on or all the participants in the meeting, and you can see all of them. So this is the gallery view, and then you have the speaker view. Now the speaker view, depending on the screen being shared and the camera being on, like whoever is on Spotlight, you can see that, both of them. Okay.
All right, perfect. So lastly, I wanted to quickly show this. So same thing that Nilesh showed. On your right-hand side, you see view, and then you have speaker view and gallery view option right here. All right, and a couple of more things right here is the chat feature. Everybody knows, I think, the chat feature. So on the bottom of your screen, you have the chat option. You click on that, and then you have an option to ask, to write to everybody, or you can click on the drop down and you can select, one person to chat to. And share screen, you can share your screen if it's enabled by the host. You can click on the share screen, and that will allow you to choose from any of your open document or window or whatever you have, and you can select, and then you can share your screen that way also.
Well, can you record on your own without, like, I'm a participant, can I record it?
I don't think it is available for participants. It's only available for co-host and host, unless you're given. Is there a special permission other than co-host for being able to record? Nilesh, do you know?
I think there is a setting somewhere that we can turn on, but usually that setting is turned off.
You can authorize anybody to record.
Yes, as long as somebody is authorized, then they can locally record.
Yes.
In order to do it on cloud, you have to be either a co-host or a host.
Correct. But essentially, this is it. These are basic Zoom settings with the time limit and the limitation we have. But if you guys have any questions, feel free to put in the chat. Otherwise, we'll share this videos via emails that goes out every week, Jain Center's emails. And it's also available on www.youtube.com/JCSC live. Thank you.
Before we end, I just had one comment to get. So I shared a Google form link again. If you just click that, and if you wanted to join the one-on-one sessions on Monday, you can click a time from 3 to 4 or 4 to 5. The kids 10 to 15 ages are going to teach you, all the seniors, how to work with any technology you may have. So since it's one-on-one, it's really easy for you to ask any questions you have. So just click the link, write your information down, your name, last name, your phone number, email, and then that should be it.
Oh, sorry, I missed it. That will be available.
I posted it in the chat.
The form will be available on JCSC website.
Right now, the form is not available.
I'm not sure about that. Someone else.
We'll forward it on the email, on the newsletter, if it's okay, Hinabe.
Yes, right now the form is not available on the website, but an email has gone out to the community, and we'll send it, if Samir Bhai, it's okay, we'll send it out in an email to the broader public.
And it was also posted in several WhatsApp groups already.
Right, we'll send it out in the upcoming newsletter. And before we depart, I just wanted to bring KalaCircle's, because today was part of KalaCircle's digital arm, and wanted to thank Samir and Avni to set this up. Within 2 weeks, we were able to do this, and I would really like to thank Avni for a lot of work she has done, but her video we cannot see because I guess we are running short of time. So
I'm scared. I see her now. I mean, I see her.
yeah, she has worked a lot on that digital to portray what is digital arts. And so next time we'll continue with that. We want people to know that digital arts is part of the KalaCircle. So we were able to do this. Thank you, everyone.
Meena, how long is the video?
11 minutes, if it's okay with everyone.
So after we are done with vote of thanks, those who would like to stick around and see the video, we can still show them today.
Oh, thank you.
That will be good.
Yeah, because she has worked really hard to show what is digital arts and what it involves. Because when we started in 2019, the KalaCircle, a visual arts program. Visual arts is usually fine arts, digital arts, calligraphy, everything goes under it. But now we are splitting giving digital arts because we found a good liaison, and Avni is really a qualified person for that. And she is a trained graphic artist and wanted to make sure that people get to see her work. So I would like to thank everyone for coming today. And if you can stay behind to watch that video, what is the advanced level of digital arts? Because there are quite a few people, even the kids would like to learn what she does, animation and all that. So we'll have different sessions for different levels. And the continuing program will always be there with the JCYC. So that would be your one-on-one tutoring program. So please take advantage of it and make most of it, because we are very privileged to have this kind of collaboration from all the Seva teams from our Jain Center. And I really, really thank everyone. And I would like to request Jayesh Bhai would like to say a few words, and Pradeep Bhai, Narendra Bhai.
Before Jayesh Bhai will do the end thing, I want to take a minute and speak when you give me a chance.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Meenabhen. Sorry to interrupt. Thank you, Meenabhen.
Sure.
Oh, you're welcome.
We realize that a session like this cannot answer all the questions. It is not possible to impart all the knowledge. But what we're trying to do is open up a pathway for the seniors, for the middle people like me and Narendra Bhai, and the junior or the young ones, which we have not done in the past. So look at this as a great beginning, and we can have more classes if you request them, and you can have one-on-one sessions with the JCYC young people like Rahul and Chris. And I'm going to request one more thing of Dipti Ben, is maybe they can open up a help desk where a senior doesn't necessarily need a whole appointment, but as a question that can be answered quickly. And maybe they can take turns in the young ones to take calls at certain time of the day. So if we open up a few of these channels, we can open up the whole technology path for seniors with the help of the juniors. And that's kind of what is behind this attempt.
Sure,
and I thank everybody for helping us with that. Go ahead, Dipti Ben.
Yeah, sure, Pradeep. I will in future, we will definitely try to go ahead and help that way and try to take care of that.
Yeah, maybe set up a help desk, please.
Yeah. So at this point in time, like, yes, in the future, whenever, if it is after 4 p.m. or 5 p.m., definitely our kids can help them. And we have more and more question coming. Yes, we can do that. Sure.
This is the last session, or are you going to have a more session about it?
Narendra Bhai may have to say something before Jayesh Bhai.
Yeah, just one more thing I wanted to point out. After we started, we realized that each iPad may look different. And as a result of that, many people were not able to follow what was being said and try to do it on their iPad itself. So I think next time the key learning out of this is really just look at what is being done or what is shown, not try to do it in this session, but then try to do that on one-on-one session. And I think that might help a lot more people.
Yes.
Okay.
Agreed.
Do we have a follow-up class, or this is the last?
No, we'll have some more classes. Yeah, we'll have as we get options. I mean, when the team is ready and when we have time slots available, so we'll try to add more sessions. And we'll add, with the same token, one-on-one sessions are open once a week. Please sign up for those. And we are still inventing ourselves to set up more sessions. So we are always on the lookout for it. So we'll do that. And of course, it has to be available with the JCSC's opening also. so we'll check it how it is,
Thank you.
With the same token, you're welcome. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. So just wanted to go, why digital arts, so digital arts is where creativity meets technology. So that this is our another art extension. So we would like to, Avni, to go, she has prepared a video on her what is involved in the visual arts, on the digital arts. And Avni is a qualified graphic artist, and she does a lot of consulting for marketing and all that. So she is very qualified person to be a digital art liaison. And before we leave, I wanted to also announce that our next presentation for culinary arts is coming up on January 30th. And it is focused on fitness menu. And it is a menu with very, very ethnic, some of the recipes, but very ancient grains. So which are very healthy grains. And it's one of the presenter is a dietitian herself, and she's going to focus on the Ayurvedic grain cycles in your diet. And it's going to be very interesting because nobody so far has covered that. So please join us on January 30th, which is a Saturday. Before that, now I would like to request Narendra.
One second. To answer the earlier question, we actually requesting the audience to let us know what classes would benefit you. And out of that, with this group discussion with Dipti Ben and Narendra Bhai and Meena Ben and so on, we can maybe come up with a curriculum of classes that'll cover the whole spectrum. And that may be particular applications in iPad, iPhone, how to use the best use of iPhone, maybe Google phone and so on. So you can help us develop the curriculum of what classes you would like to see.
That will be a great idea.
Yeah, and you can send the messages to me, Narendra Bhai, Dipti Ben, Hina Ben. We will all collect our thoughts together and come up with some kind of sequence that will be most beneficial to the students.
Maybe I can create a form. Yes, and please. I can share with, through our emails, weekly emails. Yeah. And that will go to all of you, Pradeep Uncle and Meena Ben.
That'll be great.
Yeah, sounds good.
So back to Meena Ben.
Yeah, but before we leave with the thing, we would like to see Avni's video. And thank you. Jayeshbhai had to leave early, not early, he left on time, but he had to go to the hospital, so he had to leave. So thank you, Pradeep Bhai, for giving us this opportunity to bond together and collaborate. Narendra Bhai, who's always ready to do any activity we ask him to go on the AV team. Purvi Ben for coordinating, Dipti Ben for helping out, Hina Ben for the volunteer coordination, the kids, Rahul, Parshva, Krish, and Savan, and not to forget Samir. Samir is always helping us. And Avni, thank you for all the long hours you have done. But sorry, we couldn't do enough justice for you, but we'll definitely make sure that you have enough time next time. And all the WhatsApp group volunteers who help us promote our event, I would like to thank everyone. And of course, all the participants who came today with their confidence in us. And I really thank you everyone for coming.
So before the video, one request to the seniors, now that you found the young Jain scholars, don't let them go. And request to the Jain young people to never forget the seniors. And let's build that bridge as big as we can make it.
And also thank you to me.
Oh yes, so sorry, Narendra Bhai, but I said you're always there to help us.
No, I was saying thank you to you for coordinating all of this.
Oh, thank you, Narendra Bhai, for everyone's confidence in our KalaCircle and joining us every time.
Narendra bhai, without you, we can do it.
No, my pleasure. I'm glad.
Is Hina
Okay,
here?
let's-
Is she gone?
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Samir. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah,
So good.
before everybody leaves,
I
we want to
appreciate.
Yeah, let's do the video.
Yeah, so I think this video is, she had created the one that Minaben mentioned about the digital art, but it's kind of long, it's 20 minutes. So she created another one of, drawing on iPad. It's not how, but it's what. So, what you can do, not how. So I'm gonna quickly play.
So while that is rendering, I just wanted to tell everyone, Avni is Samir's wife, but now we are identifying her as Avni herself.
Screen protector, keyboard, drawing stands, kickstand cases and mounts, and apps like Procreate or Adobe Illustrator. A stylus, the number one necessity. Amir, can you put it from the beginning? Stylus, the Apple Pencil, is honestly a fantastic device. But if you don't already own a pencil or you wish the pencil had more programmable buttons, it's worth looking into a wide variety of styluses that work for the iPad. You could save a lot of money and you could find a stylus that's directly suited towards your needs. Examples: Apple Pencil 2nd generation, Apple Pencil 1st generation, the Friendly Suede 4-in-1 brush stylus, the Logitech Crayon, Wacom, Bamboo Sketch, and Aeronet Pixel. A paper-like screen protector for extra control. When creating digital art on an iPad, you should avoid using any bulky screen protectors. Thick screen protectors can make your iPad less receptive to stylus input, which can be extremely frustrating when you are trying to draw with a lot of detail. Instead, you should use a thin, paper-like screen protector that's specifically designed for artists. These screen protectors give your slippery iPad screen a bit of texture and resistance that's similar to paper. And while they aren't as protective as tempered glass screen protectors, paper-like screen protectors add a useful element to your artistic experience. Examples: Soak 9.7-inch paper-like screen protector, Litchi 10.5-inch paper-like screen protector, PYS 11-inch paper-like screen protector 2-pack, and Soak 12.9-inch paper-like screen protector. A keyboard for shortcuts and easy inputs. Tired of opening menus and typing values with the on-screen keyboard? An actual keyboard can speed up your artistic process and provide new avenues to artistic expression. Thankfully, there are plenty of thin Bluetooth keyboards that work great with the iPad, and some of them are super affordable. Examples: official Apple keyboard, Logitech K780 multi-device keyboard, Omaton Bluetooth keyboard, and Finite 9.7-inch keyboard and case combo. Drawing stands, kickstand cases, and mounts. Drawing on a flat surface can be uncomfortable, and unstable surfaces like your lap aren't always easy to draw on. A good drawing stand, kickstand, or tablet mount can alleviate some of your discomfort and get you back to what you love. Examples: official Apple kickstand case, Elevation Lab draft table kit for iPad Pro, MacSmart iPad drawing stand, Moco foldable tablet stand, and Archon heavy duty tablet mount. You can't draw without an app. A digital artist is nothing without a good piece of software. Thankfully, the App Store is full of drawing apps for every kind of artist, and most of them are totally free. Examples: Notes, Procreate, Adobe Illustrator Draw, ArtRage, and Autodesk Sketchbook. Here is a little demo on how you can use your iPad to draw anything that you like. I hope you enjoyed watching my digital art demo. I thank you all for watching, and Jai Jinendra.
It was really nice. Avni, thank you. This is only part of
We have
the
classes on this too.
Yeah, this is when our kids want to go for the advanced training. We have the next advanced workshop because she does a lot of animation and she knows a lot more, Photoshop and all that. So when the kids want to do advanced, where the tutors have to go for education, we have that program also ready.
Okay. Very good.
Yeah, so the next advanced things where the kids want to go to learn, you know, that's where we have the advanced workshops going to be ready for that.
You have adults to learn this art program?
Digital art, adult can learn?
Yes, definitely. You just need the stylus.
Okay.
Yeah, the iPad digital pen.
But we need someone to teach us.
Yeah, we'll have the kids or Avni teach, you know, so we have that in place.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Whenever if there's opportunity, I would like Hinaben to share the product where she taught 5 people. How was that experience?
Yes. Is Hinaben? Go ahead, Hinaben.
It was really a wonderful experience. We had about 6 or so sessions, and the students, the Pathshala students, they are about age 12 and 13. You saw a couple of the kids here, they were very quiet, but believe me, during the technology coaching session, they just blossomed. They had such confidence, and they even tried to speak a little bit of Gujarati or Hindi. It was really wonderful to see them, and the adults, the seniors were very appreciative. We were able to answer all the questions the seniors had. So I think it was a rewarding experience from the young teachers, the Pathshala students' point of view, and a very rewarding experience from the seniors' point of view. So it was just beautiful to see that.
So we needed to blossom.
How about communicating with them? Was it a problem, communication between the adults and the kids?
Surprisingly, no. The only thing that me as a moderator would have to do is slow down the young teacher, because they know technology in the back of their mind, and they can just zoom right through everything. So basically, my role was to kind of slow them down or help them focus on one particular thing at a time, things like that. But aside from that, there was no big issues.
Were they patient enough?
They were absolutely, I mean, as soon as you ask them to kind of slow down, go at a certain pace, they were very responsive.
Oh, good. Well, I'm just curious, did anyone attempt to change languages, like try to speak in Gujarati or something to make them understand?
I was so pleasantly surprised. One student, she started speaking Gujarati, and it was just so beautiful to hear. And she actually spoke like several different sentences. One student, when I was calling, like one teacher, I should say, because this is a Pathshala student, when I called her, she's like, Hina auntie, did you want me to speak in Hindi or Gujarati? So that was a wonderful question that asked, and it was just wonderful.
Yeah, I think it'll be mutually beneficial for everyone, you know. So I think it's a really good program, and I'm so glad you all came forward to help us out.
I just wanted to add one more thing. I know we are losing a lot of participants here. Right now, we have the sessions available on Mondays, but if as soon as the demand for these sessions increase, we are going to make more time slots available, like more weekdays, more time slots available. There will be more.
I will living because of the Choviyar time too.
Right.
Sunset.
Right. But the thing is, we are going to increase our availability based on demand.
Right. So I thank you, Hina and Dami. You did a fantastic job.
Oh, thank you. I was the moderator. It's the credit goes to our young teachers, yes. and equally impressive was the seniors. we can't teach them technology unless they know a little bit of it to begin with. So the fact that they could get on Zoom, or the fact that they had questions, showed that they do actually understand technology.
Yeah, and this general classes, our goal is just that, get them started.
Right.
And I requested all the attendants in Swadhyayas to find the seniors who are hidden, mentor them, help them out, bring them out, so they can also start taking advantage of what is available.
Yeah, so that is the senior, give that project to Haribai and Chetnaben.
Yes.
They can, the seniors can contribute that part, you know, the buddy system for them, that will be their role, you know, to help us in that seva.
So nobody stays hidden.
Exactly. We want them also to do their seva.
Hello, Meenabeth. We have to join the KalaCircle, or we have to register the name, or how to?
Hina, we'll have the forms sent out for on the newsletter. This as soon as Samir plans on it, we'll do a follow-up even before the newsletter goes out. Because there is so much interest, we'll request Jayesh Bhai to send out a separate email, hopefully, so it can catch attention.
Whenever did Rikaben, did they want to say anything? Mangal Trust.
Rikaben, che?
Rikaben,
Manu
Hi, everybody. Thank you very much. This is my dream come true. Thank you. Appreciate all the help by everybody.
You planted the seeds. Now it's ripping.
I just wanted to say to everybody, thank you. Great job. Digital is the area where we have to live now rest of our life for a lot of us. Okay. You know, whatever it is, thank you. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
We are the real beneficiary from this class. I am surprised that I am learning a lot from here.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Hinaben, and thank you, everyone. Thank you, Manu Bhai. You have started it. Thank you so much. Thank you. It's really helpful.
Last question for Hinaben. How do we join for Monday session?
So Samir Bhai Shah has posted the form. It's in the chat here. Meenabeth is also going to have an email sent out to everybody. Look for the words technology session, sign up, and then I will look into it. I'll try to find the correct teacher for you, and then we'll schedule it. Then I would send you a Zoom link that you would use to get on the one-on-one session.
Okay, thank you.
Very good.
Yeah,
Thank
you. It's a kind of mutual, definitely mutual benefit for even for the kids as well as for the grandparents or the parents that the kids are speaking Gujarati, like not much Gujarati, so they can learn more Gujarati, and the grandparents, they can doesn't matter whatever they could talk, both are mutually understanding each other. So it's kind of the generation gap is closing a little bit. So I'm very happy for that.
That's the whole idea. We want the three generations together.
Right. That's all right.
No. I thank everyone's participation, and I think we couldn't have done it if we couldn't have collaborated together. And this is a definitely a community effort to bring this forward. And I'm really, really thankful for all your efforts. I couldn't have done it by myself, but whatever Rikaben and all did it 10, 11 years ago, we continuing the thing. It didn't die. Thank you, Rikaben.
Oh, thank you for everything.
Can I add one more thing?
Yes, please speak.
You know, I have been in IT field for last 35, 40 years. And I do believe that I can learn very quickly. But would you believe that even though I have 2 iPads in the home, I probably have not used more than 10% of what those iPads are able to do. And like Diptiben said earlier, this young generation is kind of born with it. And I think if we can tap into their potential, we all can learn a lot.
Yes.
I mean, we do a little bit and feel good or just stop at it rather than really exploring everything that's possible. And this video that I saw is amazing. I was even telling Charu, who loves to paint, that rather than worrying about the actual paint, just start doing the painting on the iPad, which until now we never even had given a thought about it.
Right.
So,
and there is so much more on that, on the art, this thing, and it's amazing how much you can just
I
do
mean,
with
I
the
knew from
stylus.
day one that the artists all use Apple products, and me coming from a tech side, I always was on the IBM
Android.
Microsoft platform. And even right now, if I have a choice, I always jump to the platform that I'm more used to rather than trying to learn something new.
Right.
So, and I have to apologize, we weren't as prepared as we should have been, even though the session was great. Nilesh, Samir, everyone did excellent. I think there are quite a key learnings. So we will definitely follow up on the new sessions as we
Yes, I
develop.
thought the iPad wasn't very sharp, the screen.
Well,
That's what
the teaching the technology on Zoom is a lot different than teaching them, in an actual classroom
Right.
setting. So I think we will have to rethink how we proceed.
Yeah, how to get the sharpened view, maybe
Right.
some ready videos or something like that, to save time to,
Right. We have to do a lot of screen saving ahead of time and walk them through. And another key thing also was that not every iPad will look different because they all are different iOS versions, and we need to standardize and then teach them so they all can follow it easy.
Right. That's why we have this backup session, for one-on-one.
Right.
Because we
True.
realized, when we started 10 years ago, it was only iPad and iPhone, so it was much easier that time. But now, and plus we were hands-on, we were in the auditorium. But this times when we brainstormed the whole project, we realized, we wanted one-on-one definitely,
Right, right.
And now Diptiben is going to give us the help desk.
Yeah, she's our backbone. She and Hinaben.
That makes the complete set. Classes, one-on-one, and help desk.
Right.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Then thank you for staying late.
Oh, one
Thank
more
you, Avni.
suggestion. One more suggestion. Someday, digital music you should also do through iPad.
Yes, the
True.
kids probably know it.
Yeah.
We'll just ask the Kala Performing Arts to invite them. We just need to engage them. Once we open up, there is so much talent within the community. We haven't even tapped the our own resources.
Can you imagine the power of Jain Center if the youngs and the old work together?
Right.
I mean, it would be mind-blowing.
Yeah, this is our first initial step, and I'm so glad that we could get this forward. And I'm really thankful for the team mom and Hinaben to come forward with to collaborate, because that was the biggest challenge. Sometimes to get their timing and all that. But there are some benefits to the pandemic. We all on the same page these days, so it helps to coordinate.
You can see the level of the interest. There were 90 people, so you should continue.
Well, 90 connections, so that could be as many as 150 to 180 people.
Right. And plus,
Meena, you have to add quite a few more circles.
Digital circle. Today's digital circle. Thumbs up. And Avni hasn't slept for the last 2 weeks, and Samir and Avni, they really tried to zoom up this thing. December 28th, Pradeep, I said, we want this. And this is what it is today. In 2 weeks, we have come up with this. So considering at the speed they went and all that, this is, I really give credit to them to get all the permissions and to do this, and for to collaborate with the kids to come forward, and they all came, and I'm really, really pleased to at least to portray the whole program, to give them an overview of what it is, you know.
I think we need a class on iPhone.
We need lots of classes, but this is the start.
So at one point in time, we had 68 people watching on YouTube.
Oh, on top of Zoom.
Yeah.
On YouTube 68 and on Zoom 90. Oh,
yes.
Wow,
so
that's a
they
lot.
were, yeah,
You know,
so they were
almost
already
2 people in one
screen.
iPad also.
Yeah, so 250 to 300 people, you know. So
It is in your hands now.
No,
All right, thank you, everyone.
Thank you. So this was a great team effort.
Great. Good
Bye,
job,
everybody.
everybody.
Jai Janendra. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, everyone. Good job.
Thank you.
Who is the young man next to Samir?
Yeah, you didn't
Samir,
introduce yourself.
He wants to do the Zoom session next time.
He's a new teacher.
Oh, wow.
No problem.
He's very good actually, because you know these days they do it at school.
Oh, they
Every day, so they're
I
getting
know his
really good.
grandmother gets calls saying,
Yeah.
join me in the meeting.
The kids
That's
are
right.
so smart. Kids are
So introduce yourself. What's your name?
Sahil.
Asking you.
Shan.
He can hear because I'm wearing
Oh,
the.
yeah. Sorry.
I'm wearing the mic.
Right.
Okay, everybody's gotta go to eat dinner.
Samir, Avni is amazing. She is amazing.
Thank
Tell
you.
her.
Thank you, Chetna man. Yeah.
Samir bhai, you have talent in your house.
Thank you.
Chetna man, before you go, Chetna man.
Yes. Okay.
I know right now there's nothing much going on, but I just wanted to give you a little heads up. Anytime you all want any publicity, flyers or anything, just let KalaCircle know, and our team of artists will always help you.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
And any artwork you need to get done, anything. So I mean, any help you need, just let us know.
Oh, sure. Thank you very much.
I can hear Deepali's phone ringing and
and because we want to extend this digital side where the kids can eventually help with the art side, you know. So these are some things what they can do service from their own house, you know, and they can help the community, you know, because they have so much talent and they do things so fast. And I've been asking that to be done for a long time. And this was my real vision behind this, to get the kids to get their volunteer hours and all that. And by doing Seva, where sometimes, even though if they're in high school, they don't have time, but they still can participate in community service, you know.
Yeah, Meena, man, you know, after this finish, everything pandemic will have another, you know, the thing. Last year you did it, you know, it was excellent. Yeah.
Oh,
we'll do that.
Oh, thank you. Exhibition.
I'm going to display my things too.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for the encouragement. We even went to the Getty Museum, and that was a very rewarding trip, you know. So this way it gets the community together, and it was very, very responsive. And we made some very good bonds on that field trip, you know, to go to Getty Center, because it is the same group of people, but in a different environment. We got to get to know so many different talents and all that. So it was a good bonding, and that's where we found our culinary artists, you know. And in some of them, they were there whom we were pursuing, but they got the confidence to join us and all that. So it was a good bonding experience, you know.
Yeah, okay. Thanks a lot.
Thank you for joining.
Diptiben, I have seen you before at the Derasar, but it's so good to officially meet you.
I know, me too, first time.
Yeah, I was like, I must, as soon as I see her, I will recognize her, but I have not officially met you before.
That's right. Like, you know, the pandemic had kind of like touch base everybody, and we couldn't go to Derasar and all, but yeah, and very nice to see you, you know.
Yeah, same here.
Okay, so Raja lao tamari
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank
I'm
you. Bye.
cutting the YouTube,
Everyone.
cutting the recording.
Dipti.
Yeah. Bye-bye. Keમ છો? મજામાં?
તમે ડરાઈ ગયા હોય ત્યારે મને કહેજો.
Okay, we all done.
ડરાઈ ગયા? Okay. આવજો ચેતનાબેન.
Okay, bye. Thank you.
Everybody, આવજો પ્રદીપભાઈ. Take
આવજો
care.
ચેતનાબેન. Nice to meet you.
Bye, Dipti.
Bye-bye.